State legislator Chuck DeVore dropped a bombshell on super-liberal California. Calling out the state's corrupt and dishonest leadership, he made a stunning declaration about the Golden State. It has liberals foaming at the mouth. Of all the liberal-controlled states in the Union, none are worse than California. Illinois and New York give it a run for its money, but only California represents the very worst in liberal leadership. Their toxic politics have taken the once proud state and reduced it to a laughingstock. California's Governor, Jerry Brown, and his Democratic-controlled legislature have declared war on the federal government. Their decisions are based solely on opposing the President of the United States. They welcome illegal aliens into their state, while they neglect their own citizens. Billions of dollars are wasted on needless spending. At the same time, their cities are flooded with homeless, and their infrastructure crumbles. What does Jerry Brown want to do next? Spend billions on a high-speed rail just to make the labor unions happy? How about fixing all the damage from the recent wildfires and mudslides, Jerry? That seems like a bigger priority. Plus, you have droughts on the way. Maybe you should have built those in extra reservoirs when Republicans told you to. Despite the massive failure of California Democrats, liberal elitists still claim the rest of the country should follow in their footsteps. They want the rest of America taking the same terrible steps that led to California's rapid demise. Chuck DeVore, a former California legislator, lived in the state all of his adult life. He watched it fall apart under liberal leadership. He had no choice but to leave. In writing for Fox News, he declared this one thing about California: it's not the future, not by a long shot. DeVore discusses how the once great state crumbled under its own corruption and poor leadership. Starting with Republican Arnold Schwarzenegger's very liberal governorship, the state took a terrible turn. We all know what happens when liberals get into power. They promise the world to voters during elections. But once in office, they do little to help out the working and middle classes. In fact, most of their policies hurt everyone. California's high taxes drove out wealthy business owners. That led to a drastic drop in jobs and opportunity. Poverty has soared in the Golden State. Couple that with a toxic housing market, you have a state where honest people can't afford to live. There are 39% more people living in poverty in California than in Texas, another high population but conservative state. Housing is 55% more expensive in California over Texas. And that's just for starters. Things were looking so much better in Texas that after living all this life in California, DeVore had no choice but to leave. He's not the only one. Around 100,000 people a year are leaving California. They have become so sick of conditions, they've decided to go to states with lower taxes, more opportunity, and less government overreach. DeVore's not wrong about California landing in the garbage pail of our history. With so many people leaving the state, it is on track to lose congressional seats in coming years. The toxic liberal leadership is quickly killing the state. It is resulting in California losing greater influence over our government and country.